Before we begin this episode, a quick message to the CHC audience.
We would like to invite you to check out another podcast that we enjoy.
Hey, this is Jake and Adam from the Hopper.
That's right.
Cutting a promo, but we fucking hate promos.
Promos are tough. What do? We got to promote ourselves, but it's not really our fucking forte.
No, it's not. We fucking hate them. They're a pain in my ass. They're a pain in your ass. So you know what? We're getting through this together. If you hate dumb shit as much as we do, give the Harper guys a listen.
That's right.
You can find us at
iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Podbean,
Facebook, Instagram, theharperguys.com.
Twitter, at The Harper Guys.
Or shoot it.
What? Mama?
That's what we do all the time. Shoot us an email at theharperguys@gmail.com.
That's right.
Can't wait to hear from you soon.
Let's do this.
Hip hip.
Shitty-o.
Let you in on an aspect of the world that you're not normally accustomed to.
I could have been a totally different person.
Yeah, right now.
Since 12 hours ago.
Could have been wearing a business suit today. Who knows?
With a fanny pack.
With a fanny pack. Just classing up the joint.
That's a fantastic idea.
It's the only kind of ideas I have, sir.
It's Corner House Chronicles Day.
It's just different enough.
And here's the kicker, boss. They're all the same personality.
They're assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 1.5 million asshole penguins.
Best part.
I'm going to try and pace it out, so just as you forget about me, I'll just pop in and remind you.
Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Corner House Chronicles. This is episode 75. I'm John.
I'm Jason.
And, yeah, welcome back. Like I said, holy cow, it feels like it's been forever, dude.
It's been
because of scheduling.
Yeah, it's been a few days.
Shit. But we're here.
As always.
Barely using the heater.
It was beautiful today, and it's going to be beautiful tomorrow.
I'm enjoying it. I'm ready for spring.
I was at work, and one of the very few times I made it outside. Originally, when I was coming into work, it was still gray and cloudy. And then when I went out a little bit later, there was a little bit of blue sky peeking through with some sunshine. And I was like, oh, this is it. The battle for spring.
Here we go.
It's happening.
I've been saying for the last 2 weeks we will get a little more snow one more time. Right around opening day, first weekend of April, something like that. But
it won't be bad. And it's not going to stick. It'll just be like a weird little flurry.
Yeah.
As it always does.
Just enough for everybody to collectively go, man, what the fuck?
Does your dad and his friend still make that bet?
No, I don't believe so.
Finally gave up on it.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a long-standing bet of when the last snowfall would be. I don't know if any money ever exchanged hands, but for shit-talking purposes anyways,
Of course.
So, here at the Corner House Chronicles, we are big fans of brackets.
Huge.
This has been a year solid. This was one of the main things I brought up to Aaron when we first started this podcast. Was like, I always want to do a bracket. I don't care what it is. I just think it'd be fun.
It's a good time.
It spawned.
Yeah. And almost being March, I've noticed the influx of everybody else starting their own brackets. I think we're a trendsetter in the podcast arena.
Well, yeah. Or we're just so new to the game.
Or we're just so new and we
we're
haven't
just catching up to everybody else's brackets.
Well, I don't recall this happening last year. But
yeah, I wasn't really on the social media like we are now.
Yeah, we didn't have the radar capabilities as we do now.
So our most recent bracket was the CHC Best Professional Wrestler of All Time.
Yes, sir.
We started with 16 wrestlers, 15 pretty good names, one maybe not so known as compared to the other 15, but still
a favorite.
In our neck of the woods,
yeah,
a favorite. We boiled that down to 2.
This is true. Before we get into that, may I ask, how long did it take for your bracket to be completely wrecked?
Well, the guy that took second place, I had winning my bracket.
Okay.
So I at least made it that far.
That's fine.
Honestly, I didn't go back and check. It's been kind of busy.
About 5 minutes after the round 1 polls went live, I was done.
You got a bum draw. And in your defense, you stepped out on a limb with your
I
pick,
did.
Though. You were going for the
It's always tough for me
Cinderella.
with these brackets. Yeah, I do. Well, in this case, I did. It's always tough for me because every time I think it's a lock, our fans, viewers, listeners, just
Our voters, our constituents.
yeah, they're like, hold my beer and check this out,
Yeah,
and
right.
completely wreck my guesses. So this time I went, okay, I see what you've done in the past. I'm switching it up, and this time they went as you would expect, and I'm just going to stop doing brackets.
Well, I think because the way we did it this time was starting with 16, because
Yeah.
our brackets had a chance to go to shit when we were picking out of 64 because we were picking some of those,
Not as known.
14
and-
over 3
yeah.
seeds, you know what I mean? But, so yeah, we have the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, took out The Undertaker in the Final Four, which I saw coming. I was,
Yeah, I mean,
liked that.
it was going to be close in my mind, and it was pretty close.
The other one, my prediction failed. You were correct. Hulk Hogan pulled through against the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah,
And then Hulk Hogan pretty much,
ran over
yeah,
Ric Flair.
he made Ric Flair look like a bumbling fool
This is true,
in the polls.
which was kind of expected, but I was hoping Ric Flair would put up a bigger fight.
I voted for Ric Flair. I was not mad to see Hogan win, though. I mean, he's been one of my favorites forever, so I was an old school Hulkamaniac. I'll admit
Oh
it.
yeah,
I'll admit it freely.
who wasn't at that time?
Had the little
period?
workout set and the cassette tapes and all that good shit, the
Did you-
bandana.
yeah, I was going to ask, did you have the bandana?
Had the rip away shirts. Oh yeah, seen him live a couple times. It was cool.
It was
You know?
cool.
Never met him though.
No, never been like close to him, but I've been to matches.
Yeah. So yes, Hulk Hogan, congratulations, CHC Best Wrestler as voted on.
Championship.
Do you have any ideas for the next bracket?
I got a few.
Yeah.
A few of the ideas have been a bit spoiled due to our compatriots in the podcast game starting up their own.
Yeah, beating us to the punch there.
Like the one idea for the cereal bracket.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what podcast is doing that, but kudos to them.
Yep. Get rid of that file on the computer.
We still got some ideas though.
Yeah.
And it
Never fails with the comedy movies. There's a bunch of those.
That's true. Horror movie. I mean,
Yep.
even fucking music we haven't even really dabbled into. We still got to do the best album cover.
That's what I was going to say. I do like that idea, the best album
Oh, yeah.
cover. That could be a good one, especially if we're only starting with 16.
Exactly.
We might want to double that.
Yeah,
though.
I think that
Start
one
with
should be a
32.
bit because there's a lot more to offer in the album cover world.
Well, there's a lot to offer in the wrestling world, but
True,
we with our brackets, every time we do a new one, we twist it a little bit.
We
Try to see
switch it
which
up, keep it fresh.
what's going to fit, what
Yeah.
works best for us. So we appreciate everybody voting along and sharing it.
The one I did have an idea for a while back that I was going to suggest in the early fall of this year was stripped away, and I give kudos to the Detroit Free Press
Ah, yes.
for coming up with the best Michigan craft beer bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a monster, folks.
It was definitely educational because there's a few breweries on that.
That
in that
we never
bracket
heard
that
of.
I've never even.
Which I thought was great for us because it opens up our options. But we might have to travel a bit more.
That's
but
the thing, is where are we going to get our hands on it?
we know some people at some stores that might be able to order us some.
That's true.
That is true.
Pull in a favor or two. Try to get some beer. No, but I did see this. I saw most of the bigger name breweries on Facebook were sharing.
Are sharing it, yeah, and
you
trying
know.
to get the votes, which is Founders, Atwater,
Old
Shorts,
Nation.
Old Nation, Black Rocks, like they're all
Everybody share. Even some of the breweries that aren't in it
yeah.
were sharing it. So that's pretty cool. I was thrown off because they only let you vote through the first round.
Yeah.
Like, you don't fill out your bracket.
Your whole-
you just
yeah.
vote along with it. So
Which, I mean, I don't know how often the Detroit Free Press does the bracket things. They might be new to this. Or it's easier for them to keep track of with everything else they got going.
yeah, and really having people fill out their bracket beforehand is a way to win a prize. Just voting along with it is
And this is just
the
more
experience.
of like, yeah.
Now, if the Free
including
Press was
everyone.
going to be like, hey, we're going to give the winner, a
A
gift card to all
something,
the breweries.
yeah,
in
or
the-
a free trip to.
That would be sweet if
That
they
would
sent
be.
you on like a brewery tour.
At more than 330 breweries, Michigan has the fourth most in the country, which I would like to say, even though we have the fourth most in quantity, we have the number one in quality.
I think so.
Because out of all those breweries, we have at least 20 of the top names in craft beer.
Mm-hmm.
I would wager.
That's a
money.
safe bet, yeah.
But man, these brackets are just insane.
Who were the 4 number 1 seeds?
We have Founders.
Founders.
Give me a minute because their system of labeling them is really like they have a really small picture.
Yeah.
Like Atwater is a number 1.
Atwater, okay.
I got to go down the list of all the ones. Shorts.
Okay.
And the last number 1 seat is Bells.
So I'm noticing a trend here.
What is that trend, sir?
Well, those are arguably the 4 most popular breweries, so
Yeah.
respectfully, they get the number 1 seed. I agree with it, but
Some of the matchups are really tough, though.
I guess maybe it's because of the way we've done our brackets where we just randomly select
yeah.
who's against each other.
What's not to say they didn't either,
True.
but, I mean, it's
When
going
you
to be
get-
tough for not knowing.
I mean, like if we were doing a wrestling bracket and we had 4 number 1s and it was Hogan, Macho Man, Undertaker, and Ric Flair, you'd be like, all right, something's up.
Yeah. That's not just coincidence.
Those were assigned and not randomly selected, which is okay. It's I'm not.
Should I read
against it.
through some of the notable round 1 matchups?
Absolutely.
right.
First off, does it say when
Yes.
round 1 ends?
Ooh, that is a very good question. Let's see, unfortunately, we couldn't add everyone to the bracket. If we left out your favorite Michigan brewing, please. Let's see how it works. First round voting begins now and will end on noon on Monday.
Okay.
The second round will begin Monday afternoon, and then so on.
Okay, so as you're listening to this episode,
It'll be round 2 will be
on DetroitFreePress.com, and I'm sure all over Facebook. With
Oh, yeah.
any one of the breweries that are in will be sharing it. So look for that and go vote, please.
This one was kind of tough. It was number 1, Founders Brewing, going against the number 16, Frankenmuth.
Ooh.
We are fans
The half
of the Half
was a good beer.
and a great label.
Mm-hmm.
It's still leading the league in labels that I've seen.
Absolutely.
I voted for Frankenmuth on that one. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how you voted.
I think I might have voted for Frankenmuth when I filled it out a couple days ago, so it's hard for me to remember.
It's been a minute. Let's see. The other number 1, Atwater, is going against Hop Lot Brewing, which one I've never heard of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder how many of these breweries are like little micro breweries downtown, or
Probably
if
quite a
they're,
few.
in these like Traverse City or Gaylord has a few popping up.
This one was pretty tough because both of these were are very respectable breweries that have quality product. Number 8 seat, Latitude 42 Brewing against Witch's Hat Brewing. I've never had Witch's Hat, but everyone I know that's done like the beer crawls and all that,
Right, pub tours and
pub
different
tours.
things.
I've never heard a bad thing said about Witch's Hat.
Really,
Really.
I don't know that I've had it either.
But I think they're a micro, like just in-house. They
Yeah.
don't actually distribute.
I know I voted for Arbor Brewing in their matchup. I can't remember who they were against, but I did vote for them. The one that really pained me was Shorts against
Shorts
Beards.
versus Beards,
Oh,
yeah.
that hurt, man.
And they put Beards at number 16, which I was not a fan of. But I think that's more,
size of brewery or
yeah. I voted for Beards.
oh, me too.
And apologies to Shorts, but you're probably going to round 2. So.
Yeah. I was not naive about it. I knew who was going to win. I'm pretty sure if any of those number 1 seeds fall, Founders would be the only one.
That
Frankenmuth,
has,
but
yeah.
I don't.
I
see
don't
it
see
happening.
Frankenmuth having that
No.
big of a fan base as Founders. I mean, out of all the ones in Michigan, I know Founders has the biggest reach. I mean, they're going out to Colorado, California.
Yeah,
They're taking the next step up.
and then with like Shorts against Beards, we've only tried 2 or 3 of the brews
From Beards,
from Beards Brewery.
but they've all been great.
They've been great. And maybe it's because we can't get them. But like
our locale,
Shorts,
yeah.
I mean,
Shorts
there's-
is just
any given moment. There's like 30 different.
oh yeah, and they like it doesn't matter what taste you have. If you're like, I'm not a fan of IPAs, that's fine. They have a wide selection of everything else: sours,
They
fucking fruity ones, brown ale. I mean, they got it. Another tough one was Arcadia versus Ellison. I'm a fan of Ellison and I'm a fan of Arcadia. They're not on like high on my list, but
Yeah.
I mean they're both
I think
similar
I took
position.
Ellison.
I took Ellison as well.
Yeah. I'll tell you real quick. Big
Yeah.
Lakes. I don't think Big Lakes made the bracket,
I don't believe
but
so.
I was in the store the other day,
Yeah.
and there was at least 4 new beers from Big Lakes on the shelf,
Ooh, that's
along
good.
with 4 or 5 of the other ones that we've tried.
I'm fond of Big Lakes.
Yeah, they've had some pretty good products that we've tried, so I'm looking forward to going back in and getting one of those for an upcoming episode.
Nice.
Just a heads up to Big Lakes Brewing.
But those are some of the bigger matchups in my mind that are like, that was tough.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are ones you know very well versus ones that you've never heard of. Or, again, for our region, because a lot of this stuff is you got to go there. Maybe the distribution isn't as
Widespread.
up to snuff as others, but, it's still good job, Detroit Free Press.
Yeah, I'm curious to find out if they do this every year. Like if they, this is our annual craft beer
Well, I didn't see
bracket,
anything
or
about it saying annual, so hopefully this is a start to a tradition.
maybe somebody else has done. Yeah, I'm sure somebody else has done one at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Over the years. I mean, it's March. Come on. And speaking of brackets, real quick, since we're on the subject, time for me to brag a little bit.
Yeah?
Might not be, the greatest accomplishment when if anybody listening is into doing NCAA brackets for basketball, but round 1 I went 25-7.
Wow. That's respectable.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. And so far, all of my Final Four teams are still in, so that's pretty cool. Not too much money involved. I'm losing to the neighbor down the street right now by 2 points, but
Yeah, it's still early.
it is. It's only round 2.
So let me ask, who do you have Michigan State going at in the championship?
Let's see. I filled out 2 by accident, and rather than delete it, I was just like, screw it. I'll
Run with
pay
it.
for 2, right? One of them I got them going against Kentucky, and
Smart.
then the other one I got them going against North Carolina.
Also smart.
But the one I got them going against North Carolina, I got them beating Michigan in the Final Four.
Well, I mean, their track record thus far this season is pretty solid with that.
Right, and as a Spartan fan, I'm like, ooh, Final Four, this would be the 4th time we beat them this year. That's exactly the reason this would be Michigan's year, or the one game they win. To
Yeah.
get them to
Oh,
the
yeah,
national
yeah.
title, and then they beat North Carolina or Kentucky or
go
some
on a
crazy
run
shit.
and
Right.
just, because the big talk leading up to that was like, Michigan State has beat them 3 times now.
I mean, it'll be a week solid of
Trash talk,
just
newspapers, social
0-3,
media. Oh,
what's he
yeah.
going to do, blah, blah, blah. And then Michigan will go out and put a fucking ass whooping on them,
Or it'll be such a mediocre game, and the
Yeah.
Spartans will just like draw so many fouls and just stupid stuff.
Something will happen.
Oh yeah, it always does.
We'll see. They both got pretty tough matchups, going forward. So
Yeah,
it's fun. Like when I'm watching Michigan play a basketball game, right? And I'm like, man, I really want them to lose because I'm a Michigan State fan.
oh yeah.
But I really like money, and I picked them to win in my bracket. So I'm like, oh, I'm so torn.
I think with gambling and like the bracket picking and that, it's okay to root for a rival. Because
Yeah, if it's gonna help you win
Oh, yeah,
money,
of course.
that's what it boils down to. That's why we're gambling.
this is true.
So otherwise, it would just be
And
for
bragging
fun.
rights.
There's very few things we do for fun anymore, right? We're adults.
Like start your own podcast.
So yeah, the 4 number 1 seeds were Founders, Shorts, Bells, and Atwater.
Yep.
And in honor of that, you decided to stop and pick up some Atwater Brewery for the night.
This is true.
And so far, so good. I'm enjoying it. I was kind of worried with the first smell that I
Yeah.
got. The aroma of the beer was like, whoa, this is going to be pretty thick.
So tonight, in honor of the brackets, I picked up Decadent Dark Chocolate Ale from Atwater Brewing. It's only a 5%, which is nice. Mm-hmm. It's I don't want to say like watery, but like the first initial taste is like very dark chocolate.
Yes.
But then it kind of like drops off and you get a light ale. And I think the contrast between the thick taste of dark chocolate versus like the lighter part of the ale, it's not a bad mix.
It kind of tastes like when you get a chocolate milkshake and it starts to get a little
Little
warm
melty.
on you. And you're
Yeah.
like, do I really want to finish this? Because it might sit heavy. And it's not really like, I mean, milkshakes need to be ice cold.
Oh, they
right?
do. And well mixed together.
Right. And this beer, for the most part, is pretty damn cold.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, what's helping.
Yeah, I would definitely be weary if this was like been sitting out on for a while, and definitely something you need to drink that's very cold. Room temperature and above, good luck on you. I don't know how that's going to taste. Let's see. Let's read their description here. So much decadent dark love in a bottle. You think it was straight from the chocolate factory. Crack one open and prepare your senses for a bold aroma mixed with a scintilla of roasted nuttiness. Smooth and creamy, but never too sweet on the tongue. This one is a palate pleaser brewed to bring the inner chocoholic in all of us. Chalk one up for the good guys. That was pretty clever, not going to lie.
The packaging is pretty good, too.
I enjoy it. Atwater has some very abstract, interesting artwork on their bottles. I'm always a fan.
Yeah.
This one is a, I don't know, more like Tim Burton's Mad Hatter mixed with Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory.
Yeah. He's got the red and blue glasses throwing me off. He's staring at my soul right now.
And the crazy hair.
And the crazy hair. I got crazy hair, but I can't get it to stand straight out like that.
Well, you need some product, man.
Product and a fucking
Bowler hat.
a bowler.
There you go. A bowler hat, some crazy ass hair, the beard, fanny pack, Velcro shoes.
And a bow tie.
Hashtag CHC.
And the cane.
I don't know. Canes are hard to find unless you get like the old man Walmart style ones.
Oh, you
Or
know.
like a fancy cane. Well, that's going to cost you some money.
Yeah, I'd like to get a cane made by Amish people.
Ooh.
That'd be sweet.
That'll
I'm sure they
last,
make
too.
some sturdy ass canes because their furniture is always.
Oh, yeah.
kicks
They don't
ass.
fuck around when
No.
they make shit. That is a true statement.
Shout out to Atwater Brewery.
Lovely product.
Good luck in the brackets.
We wish you the best. So far, round one, you got,
Yeah.
yeah, you're fine. Round two, that's when the things can fall apart because you never know.
You never know what you're gonna
I mean,
get.
what if they draw founders? Well, that's a different bracket. That would be like the Final Four, Final
Right.
Two.
But they could get somebody like, Arbor Brewing or
yeah, Pigeon Hill,
somebody that we.
Perrin, Black Rock. I mean, there's a long list of solid competition that you're going to go against.
Check it out, folks.
Participate.
If you like brackets as much as we do. Mm-hmm. So earlier we were talking about our homework.
Yes.
We actually assigned it last episode
Yeah, this is true.
many moons ago. So would you like to go first?
Mine, I can't really play, but I can describe it.
Yeah, we'll just talk about
Yeah.
it.
So I got winner of the web,
Mm-hmm.
and this week has been a monster for movie trailers and teasers and just announcements.
They did drop quite a bit.
Oh man, it was just one after another. But what I'm picking for winner of the week is Quentin Tarantino's 9th film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and Margot Robbie. It looks fucking sweet. Just a little trailer that they dropped.
Yeah.
Like, out of all of it, it's like, all right, you got Leonardo DiCaprio being him. You got Brad Pitt being him. Set in the 1960s. Has something to do with...
Like a stuntman, right?
yeah, like Brad Pitt's the stuntman to Leonardo DiCaprio's leading actor character. Margot Robbie's playing Natalie Wood. They have, I forget who's playing Charles Manson, but it has something to do with the Manson family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Natalie Wood was killed by...
Oh, yeah, okay. I knew that name sounded familiar.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do I know this name?
So it has something to do, well, I don't know what exactly, not much has been released about the story because Tarantino never really does that. And the trailer didn't really give light to much. But whoever's playing Bruce Lee in this movie looks exactly like Bruce Lee. And he's
Sounds
just
like him.
spot on.
Yeah. This is good casting on that one for sure.
It's going to be great.
So you think it's going to be like a bunch of guns, shoot 'em up, like a Tarantino film, or do you think this is going to be his?
I think it's going to be more like, you ever see Jackie Brown that he did?
Ooh. I want to say yes, but
It's
I
been
don't
a- it's been a
remember
while,
it.
yeah.
So
So
I get the gist of the movie. I remember
Yeah.
it, but
There's a local writer, or he was local. He grew up in the southeast part of Michigan, Elmore Leonard. He wrote Jackie Brown. He wrote, what's the movie with,
Full Monty. No.
no.
It
was
Get Shorty.
Yes.
and then Be Cool.
Be Cool.
I don't think he wrote Be Cool,
I think
but
Be Cool was like just written as a sequel.
yeah.
The movie with Jennifer Lopez and George Clooney, where he escapes prison and he's like a bank robber. Anyway, he Elmore Leonard writes like murder mystery very, very well, and he's from our area, and a lot of his stories either incorporate Detroit or people. A lot of the main characters were from Detroit.
Okay.
Awesome. Tarantino was in love with his stuff, and he bought up all the rights to pretty much everything Elmore Leonard has ever done. He does plan to do back when he first bought him, he said he was planning to do like a TV series based off the short stories and stories of Elmore Leonard. But I think it's going to be more of like a Netflix type thing in the future. But I do believe since he owns the rights to him, he's just taking chunks and pieces and adapting it,
Okay.
which is awesome.
It looked like a good trailer.
Yeah, so far, I mean, that's the first little bit you've seen of it.
Yeah.
So you can make your assumptions.
Mm-hmm. I mean, as much as I watch movies.
Oh, yeah.
I will admit I'm not a big fan of DiCaprio.
Neither am I.
Really? He is a good actor.
Yeah, he's solid.
But I'm not a fan of his.
No. But him in, like, Django, which I don't know if you've seen that one.
Mm-mm.
He did very well. Brad Pitt in any Tarantino movie that he's been in just does well.
His character in True Romance was awesome. No, man, they're not here.
Get some
you wanna
cleaning
hit this?
products, man. Don't condescend me, man.
Did it say when the movie's coming out?
July 7th?
Okay.
Somewhere in that ballpark?
I did see the little internet message from Bill and Ted
Oh, yes. That was another one.
for the movie. There,
2020, baby.
that's the man. I'm telling you, the people when they speak,
They speak
You know.
loud. What's also Jay and Silent Bob strike or the reboot? That's almost done filming.
oh yeah, they knocked that one out.
So all his
So
movies
quick.
they knock out quick, but he got everyone that's ever been in a fucking Kevin Smith movie
And some other people.
and some other big
Yep.
names to come in, and it's like, damn.
I think somebody was hitting him up on Twitter or something. Story, they were going at him about wanting to be in a movie, but it was like for Clerks 3 or a different movie that he was going to do. But instead, Kevin Smith brought him out to be in this one or something.
I could see that. Man.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great movie. So for my homework,
Yeah.
I got Spinner's Choice, which I picked Florida Man. Florida people doing Florida things, baby.
Only like they can do it because, wow.
And now the rest of the internet is starting to take notice of the Florida Man searches.
thing? Yeah. And it was someone posted it, but Jess tagged us in it, which I thought was fun. Was type in Florida Man and then add your birth date
Yeah.
just to see what Florida people did, Florida style, on your date of birth.
Play along, folks.
Oh,
So I picked an article from January 7th, 2019. So it's
not too far away.
Little-
Yeah,
almost 2 months old,
not bad.
or a little over, almost 3 months old. Okay. I'm going to give you the headline.
Okay.
Florida man denies syringes found in his rectum are his.
He was in a fucking police station too, wasn't he? When they found him.
A Florida man claims ignorance when jail officials found syringes in his butthole during an early morning strip search. Shout out to Wesley Scott, 40, who was arrested on Friday in Pinellas County on an outstanding warrant charging him with drug possession. Nah, man, I ain't got shit on me.
What about these, sir?
Oh, shit.
You planted them. I've never seen those before in my life. I pulled them out of your rectum.
Dude, when Scott was searched at the jail, officers found 3 syringes in his butt.
Oh, yeah.
3?
That prison wallet, man.
Dude, that is commitment.
He was in there for the long haul.
I mean, I'm thinking like in a pinch, right? All pun intended. To get like a third of a syringe in your butt has got to be just the most awkward thing ever.
My. Having anything in your butt is an awkward thing, I would assume.
Okay, now it's a
What
syringe.
if he had to sneeze?
There's
What if he got the hiccups? I mean, there's a plethora of options of things that could have went south on him.
If I was the officers, I'd have brought a comedian in, started telling jokes.
I mean, this probably wasn't his first rodeo either.
No, not if he's going for 3. Now, obviously, the syringes
It's a
wouldn't have.
conservative estimate.
They don't have needles on them because I don't think that.
Oh, they do. They're just capped.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
what I'm getting at
And
is,
I'm assuming they might be in a baggie or some. I don't even know. But,
but the end has that little
the
flare.
plunger and the hand, the finger holder thing. That's what I'm saying. Like sitting
Dude.
down, standing up.
So
Like
you get
he
like
was-
80% of the syringe in, and like, all right, here we go.
What happens if you have to shit? Like he's counting on shitting this out, putting it back up there, or shitting it out, using one, putting the other two back up there. I mean, this man has a habit that he is dedicated to.
Dude, he claimed that he found the syringes, but they weren't his, and he would not explain how they wound up in his butt.
I woke up.
He was charged with introducing contraband into a correctional facility and held on a $5,000 bond.
Jeez, that's nuts.
Oh, man. I know it's a 2-month-old story, but
Still,
that is so impressive. The commitment to shoving anything up your ass to sneak into prison.
that's. I mean, I can't name something that I'd willingly be like, I'm going to prison. I need this.
Right.
No. No.
I don't think.
I'm assuming once you're in prison proper, you could probably buy it from somebody. Or-
Yeah, like if you were going to prison for 20 years and you're like,
Yeah.
I got this lucky necklace.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Fucking Christopher Walken in
Oh,
Pulp
my
Fiction.
goodness. Oh.
Had this uncomfortable hunk of metal up my
I forgot
ass.
about that. Yeah.
But, wow.
Kudos to Wesley Scott in Florida. 40 years old.
Valiant effort.
Nice life choices, buddy. Sticking syringes in your butt. Come on, man. The fuck is wrong with people?
To kind of jump off that story
Please.
and continue a new segment.
Homework done.
Homework check. Nailed
Took
it.
everything I could to get through that. Hey-o. It's
Think of what he went through.
That's so dirty.
Oh, that's a whole lot of wrong.
Oh, shit.
I got
Changing lanes, folks.
So jumping back on our new segment that we want to keep on rolling for the show is I'm going to read you a scenario, and you have to decide whether it's a actual news story, like something that actually happened, or if it's just a made-up story or movie plot or
Okay.
what have you.
All right.
And then we can have fun with it and make it our own.
Absolutely. Let's
See.
do this.
CHC trademark.
Uh-huh.
All right. So, imagine this. A very rural Alaskan community, right? Very few population, but it's stretched out over a long distance. Say there's like, I don't know, 3,000-4,000 people over like a 20-mile stretch.
All right.
All right. The mail has to be delivered by fucking airplane and all that jazz. And one day, some guy in a library opens a file in an email, and boom, malware spreads throughout the whole community. Because imagine, they're so small and tight-knit, they only got so many servers to help everyone out,
Okay.
that it completely shuts down modern technology in that community. So no internet, no computers. Jobs have to rely on like typewriters and all of this.
That would probably, screw their world up for quite some time. I'm going to say real story.
One vote, real story. Jeannie, who has joined us. Moment. She said hello. Real story. Was this one that easy? Because it was a real story.
Your delivery seemed a little too smooth.
A little too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you weren't creating the plot as you were going along,
Okay.
which would then give it away to the other side. But no, that sounds actually extremely plausible for a small community to just be hit like that. My conspiracy brain would want to know what that community is sitting on, that somebody would want to shut it down for an extended period of time.
The cyber attack that sent an Alaskan community back in time. 2018, a remote Alaskan community's infrastructure was hit so hard by malware that it forced it offline completely.
Wow.
It was only then they realized how much they depended on computers.
Yeah, no shit.
So this spread extremely fast throughout everything. Started off in a library, then moved to a post office, and then from there, City Hall, and done.
That was probably it.
That was probably it.
Party store, maybe?
Once the library, like, hey, our computers are really, like, jacked up, like, things are shutting down, they called everyone else because they knew something was up, and they tried shutting down computers and disconnecting them, but it was too late. It infected the servers and corrupted everything.
There's got to be a little police station, a little fire department.
I'm thinking, like, I know that it's not the same, but, like, Rambo, the first one, like, that kind of town.
Yeah.
Just completely shut down.
Think they have a hospital?
I'll guarantee they have a hospital.
Or is it just like a little
Some sort of
urgent care?
probably an urgent care.
with an ER capability or
Yeah.
something, depending on how far away they are from actual civilization.
See, one borough office had to switch to electronic typewriters temporarily. Helen Munoz, an 87-year-old woman who has been campaigning for a better sewer system in the area, got an unexpected response to one of her regular calls to a local administration. Our computers are down. The cyber attack just about stopped everything, Munoz said. In fact, the borough still hasn't really squared away all their computer stuff. So since 2008 to now,
18, you said.
2018,
Okay.
math. So for over a year, this small little fucking community has not got back
It's been
to
like
where they were.
teetering on normal.
Yeah. Over just a malware virus.
It's funny that they tell her our computers are down. That's something we get around here just because people don't want to deal with customers. Now our computers are down right now. Call back tomorrow, you know.
Mhm.
But out there, they meant it. They were
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit!"
But in a
our
community that
computers
has
are
about like
down.
5,000 to 6,000 people over a wide stretch, that's life. That's movies. That's entertainment. That's your communication to everything. That's your news. That's
I remember reading about a town in Alaska. Everybody that lived in the town lived in an apartment building together.
that's a real thing.
That's crazy.
The whole town is that apartment complex.
And then they have like a couple little businesses that the
On the-
people go down and
Yeah.
like leave their apartment building and go work. But holy shit, could you imagine being that?
Compact?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I would
Ooh.
hate it. I would hate it. And it's interesting about Alaska is like the government pays you to live there. I think you get like something like $1,000 or $1,200 a year
Yeah.
just to live in Alaska. But like a Big Mac is $14. A head of lettuce is like 10. Milk is almost 20. Like,
I'd like to know the price they put on sunshine out there.
depends on the time of year.
Right.
But everything has to be shipped in because you can't farm it out there. No natural occurring products like laundry detergent. Everything gets cargo shipped in.
Yeah.
Laundry detergent. The prices are just outrageous. But I've never actually looked at seeing like the average income.
I wonder if those products go up through Canada to get to Alaska, or if they,
From
by boat out around.
it's by boat, I think, like from Oregon
Yeah.
type, and then they ship it up.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Sometimes it's actual cargo plane, or but like even Taco Bell had that campaign for a little bit, where they were going to bring Doritos Locos Tacos to Alaska.
Those people are gonna flip.
Oh, they did.
Well, you know what though? It's funny. Like nowadays, with people that travel as much as they do, you're not. I mean, you choose to be isolated to that extent.
You definitely
right?
move out there to get away from.
I mean, somebody from Alaska who's say 18 years old, they can just move, not move, but like travel and see different things to where it's not such a shock to the system when stuff shows up in Alaska, like internet or
Yeah. So, for the sake of argument, if you were writing a story and this was your writing prompt, a small Alaskan town gets shut down by a malware virus, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's your starting point.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Oh, right off the top of my head, I'm going to say there is a very, very well-funded exhibition team who is in search of Bigfoot, and they find out Bigfoot lives in the woods just outside this little community, and they don't want anybody else to know they're coming in. And then when they find Bigfoot, nobody will be able to post it to the internet right away. And then they go in, and actually, spoiler alert, Bigfoot kills them all. Fuck those guys. And the one chick on their science team.
All right,
Bigfoot wins.
Check this out. This is probably a no.
Trademark.
Trademark. This is probably a no, but have you seen the movie 30 Days of Night?
No, it was a vampire movie, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. No, I haven't seen it.
All right.
I remember hearing the title and seeing the, whatever, but no.
So, what if, after all these years of Bigfoot sightings, people going out hunting Bigfoot, setting up traps, all this bullshit,
Sketchy video.
the possible recordings that were made,
Mm-hmm.
what if the community of the Bigfoot, quote unquote, got together and was like, enough of this shit. Fuck these assholes who came in, wrecked our fucking home, and started building all that fucking ugly bullshit. Roads, cars, whatever those fucking things are. They organize, right, an assault on a small Alaskan town. So you have like a population of, say, like 50 to 100 Bigfoot, right? I don't know, big feet. I don't know what you would... Sasquatches?
Oh, I thought you were going a different direction with that. You're talking about the Bigfoot actually attacking the community.
The city, right? But the government, in their little book of secrets, has known the existence of Bigfoot and just kept it quiet. So the first thing this city does is reach out, right?
Right, the feds aren't going to do anything.
So it would go through the chain of command, like the local police station calls out the highway patrol or the state police.
Send an email.
State police calls the National Guard. National Guard goes, hey, we got to forward this shit. And then they get the order to shut down the city. Electronics. Just blanket. No
Yeah.
internet, no boom.
I could see that. That could work.
Yeah. And instead of the army sending a barrage of military up there to fight this attack, they just let the city go to their own device.
Yeah. Just let Bigfoot win.
Would they win, though? I mean, it's not like they're coming in
40 Bigfoots coming into a community?
with 50 to 100
Or,
right?
shit, okay. Even
Against like 5,000 people with knowledge of ammunition and
True.
arms.
True.
Some strategic ability.
a lot of them would be in full-on panic mode.
This is true,
Like, holy
but
shit,
you got to
there's
think
a pack of Yetis walking down
at
Main
least
Street.
80% of those people are hunters in some capacity. So bow
Yeah,
and
you would
arrows,
hope, yeah.
guns,
Yeah, true.
something, right? Grizzly bear are a thing. What if the fucking Sasquatch come in like in the fucking cavalry on fucking grizzly bears?
Like Planet of the Apes riding horses. We don't want to hurt
So not
you.
only do you have to worry about the giant fucking ape creature, it's also riding an 18-foot tall fucking grizzly bear that weighs about 4 tons.
That's under Bigfoot's command.
Yeah,
too.
loyal. What kind of battle scene would you see?
That'd be sheer horror.
I just imagine like
I'm not voting with the humans.
you see just like, I don't know, 60 fucking Bigfoot riding on a grizzly bears coming down a street, just all kinds
my
of crazy
goodness.
fucking just pure rage coming out of these animals, right? And on the other end of this charge, a fucking snowplow going balls out 90 miles an hour with a giant fucking plow in the front. But one of those kind of V-shaped ones.
Yeah, right. Like the train track plows.
Yeah. And just watch that massacre. I mean, someone's given up their fucking life to try to slow down this wave of assault.
I'm probably going the other direction.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like rooftop checking out what's going on.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
I mean, I kind of get a vibe of like Rambo mixed with
Rampage.
Cloverfield, where it's like the
Yeah.
first person, like, I'm recording this on my phone. Shit's going down in Ugatok, fucking Alaska.
You guys see that? That's not just one Yeti. There's 60 of them.
Yeah. And like you can tell the
They're
hierarchy of the fucking Yeti. There's always like the one in the back who's just staring it down like the fucking Ice King in Game of Thrones, not
Yeah.
doing shit until like the very end when it's fucking epic.
And for like irony
Brings down
purposes,
a fucking helicopter or some shit.
we'll make that the tiniest Yeti. All the other Yetis are afraid of it because it's so small. You're like,
He just walks around with like 2 bear cubs.
on leashes.
Oh, made of like fucking tree bark.
And he smokes cigars. I'm just
Why
gonna
not?
throw-
Just
yeah,
throw it out there.
If we're going there.
He picked up a bad habit from the humans.
Now, this is 2 episodes in a row we've come up with these crazy ideas for a movie scenario, both related to animals.
This is true.
So naturally, we have to get Steve Buscemi in this one too.
Ooh.
Like his character,
yeah.
you know.
I say Steve Buscemi plays the sheriff or the head librarian.
I was going to say the nerdy librarian that opens the email. Oh, shit.
Yeah. This guy wants to send me $50,000. Of course. Done. Oh, God.
What have I done?
Yeah. Gina, I think I fucked up. Call City Hall. Tell them not to look at the email.
Get the rest of the town on the loudspeaker. I got something to tell them. Attention, citizens.
Now, what is the conclusion of this film? How does it get resolved? Is there a peace treaty between the two? Is there just like the Yetis overtake it and now it's theirs again?
Yeah, which one of us is right in the ending?
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Because in my version, Bigfoot wins.
Bigfoot wins.
Oh, yeah.
And at the end, just for the fucking M. Night Shyamalan fucking spoiler switch, they just time slide to another
They
dimension.
just disappear. So like all that's left is dead bodies.
Like it never happened.
Just a town of slaughtered humans.
Like Roanoke.
Brutal.
Where did they go? This could be fun. I'm really digging this portion of the show.
I know, right? This is taking on new life. We got to try to maybe not with animals the next time, though.
Yeah, we'll switch it up.
Okay.
We'll switch it up.
So a bald eagle.
This fucking tree.
The body of Dolph Lundgren with the head of an eagle.
Oh, and the legs of a semi-truck.
Yeah. Damn it, would you please watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Oh, these jokes would be so much funnier.
Was that a thing on...
Yes.
Okay. Sans the semi-truck.
It involves M. Night Shyamalan, the whole episode,
yeah.
too. Yeah, it's fun.
I seen someone tried making a GIF out of Danny DeVito. He was like on a leather couch, naked, all fucking oiled up.
Yeah.
And I was like, that has to be from Sonny.
Oh, yeah. He in the episode, he's hiding in the couch, and he makes his kids go to this work party from the company he was fired from, I believe. He's like kicked off the board of directors or something, and he wants to find out what these people think about him. So he tells his kids to go in there and start talking shit about him so the other people will join in, and he's hiding in this leather couch.
Naked?
Yeah.
Oiled up? I'm
And he
just
comes
curious of the
sliding out, and he's like, I can't breathe in there. Ugh.
I was just surprised, like, wow, Danny DeVito fucking went for it. That's full on
dude.
fucking like 60-year-old Danny DeVito ass on a
For-
leather couch.
Such a fan of his that you are. I'm telling you, you would love the show. You just have to watch the episodes he's in. It's great stuff. So I think we should wrap this up here. And,
I think in closing, we should spin the wheel.
yes, let's spin the wheel. Assign some new homework for episode 76.
76.
Let's see, I'm going to go first this time.
All right. I'm willing to wager he's going to get winner of the week. There. Number 1. We must consult the Book of Secrets. CHC Manual. Page 17.
Found on Reddit.
Found on Reddit. My turn.
I'm going to warn you now, it's going to be political. I'm going to find something political on Reddit. It's going to be such dark web bullshit. I might go full Alex Jones just for the sake of comedy or my attempt at comedy. We got a respin, folks. Dun, 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 dun. Number 4, you say?
Indeed, I
Florida
said.
people.
Florida people. I think I might go. I'm going to look for. I might do 2. Because I
Yeah.
want to do my birthday one. Like
Okay.
we talked about. And then I'll find a more updated Florida man story.
Okay.
Or Florida woman. Not to discriminate.
Nothing with syringes and butts.
You never know. You never
Copycat.
know.
Well, he did 3, man. I had to go for 4. Shit.
Yeah. Douglas Wilson found with 42 syringes in his anal cavity.
Why stop
I'm an
there?
entrepreneur.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go full Alex Jones for my found on Reddit.
I'm interested in this.
I'm gonna get weird with it if I can find something, just to spice things up a little bit. Which maybe it'll lead to a new movie that we'll talk about.
This is true. Well, I think
we're 2 for 2, so
I brought this one to the table. I think next week you got to bring something to the
I'm
table.
gonna tie it all together
I dig it.
in a big bow, marked CHC with love.
CHC presents. What the fuck are we talking about?
Is it real?
Hashtag trademark.
All right. Well, we want to thank all of our listeners again for checking back in with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for participating in the brackets.
Yep. Cheers to Hulk Hogan.
He is a real American. He fights for the rights of every man. Or at least he did in the 80s.
Right.
I don't know what he's up to now.
Yeah, now we don't really keep tabs until TMZ informs us.
Or Jimmy Hart.
I'm sure he'll be back for WrestleMania, right?
He has to. He's got a lifetime contract.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he is
Him, The
WrestleMania
Rock,
shit.
Batista. It's gonna be a thing.
None of them can see John Cena, though.
Nobody can see John Cena. This is true.
I know I got that look, but it was a clever joke. Shout out to Atwater Brewery for another tasty beer.
With some fantastic artwork.
Decadent Dark Chocolate Ale. It's good stuff. Cheers to it. Good luck in the bracket. Everybody,
Wish you the best.
go to DetroitFreePress.com and vote in their Michigan craft beer bracket.
A quick Google search will get you there.
Yep.
Or Bing or whatever your preferred search engine is.
Pretty soon it'll be like telepathy.
Yeah, just
Think
ask
about
Alexa
it, and it'll be like
or Siri
right there in front of your face.
Your neural implant.
And we will see you all next time on the Corner House Chronicles.